If you live in Barrie or you're thinking about moving here, you're probably asking yourself this question. Is it smarter to rent or is it finally time to buy? There's a lot of noise online telling people that renting is throwing money away or that buying is too risky right now. The truth is, it depends. And today, I want to walk you through a clear, honest comparison of renting versus buying in Barrie using real numbers, real scenarios, and no hype. Before I continue, I invite you to support our channel by clicking the like and subscribe buttons. This will support our channel and keep you up to date with new videos we're currently producing and constantly updating. My name is Paul Partridge and I'm with Remax Crosstown Realty and the Aranto Real Estate team. And by the end of this video, you'll have a much better idea of which option actually makes sense for you. So let's start with renting. As of 2026, the average rent in Barrie generally looks something like this. One-bedroom apartments often range from the low 2000s per month. If you're willing to take a basement apartment in a house, you might be able to get that for slightly less. Two-bedroom units are commonly in the mid-2500s or even higher. Townhomes or single-family rentals can easily exceed $3,000 a month. Sometimes with a detached home, you can get it for just under $3,000 a month, but you're not going to have the use of the basement because the landlord's likely going to try and rent that out separately. The advantages of renting are straightforward. Low upfront costs, usually just the first month's rent and a security deposit. You'll not be responsible for repairs or maintenance. That's going to be on the landlord's job list. More flexibility if you're planning to move in the short term. You'll likely need to get to the end of your lease though. No exposure to markets' ups and downs. But there are real downsides too. Rent payments build zero equity. Rents can easily, year over year, go up. Remember, yearly rent increases in Ontario, though, are set by the government. Limited control over the property. If your landlord decides not to renew your lease, you're going to need to find a new place to live. In Barrie specifically, rental demand remains strong due to population growth, limited supply, and people being priced out of ownership, which often means rent increases over time, not decreases. Now let's look at buying. Home prices in Barrie vary widely depending on the property type, but generally, condos tend to be the most affordable entry point. But that lifestyle definitely doesn't suit everyone. Townhomes, they kind of sit in the middle, costing between $600,000 and $800,000. Detached homes require the highest upfront investment. A $700,000 home, for instance, you'll have to have a minimum down payment of $45,000 and about $60,000 total for closing costs as well. When you buy, your monthly housing costs usually include mortgage payments, property taxes, insurance, maintenance, and repairs. The advantages to buying include, first, you're likely going to be building equity over time. More predictable long-term housing costs. You'll be protected from rent inflation. You can customize and improve your home, where with renting, this is likely going to be limited at best. And then potential appreciation over the long run. But buying also comes with real responsibilities and risks. Higher upfront cash needed for down payments and closing costs. Exposure to interest rate changes at the point of renewal. Ongoing maintenance expenses. Less flexibility if you need to move quickly. Buying works best when you plan to stay put long enough for the numbers to make sense. When it comes to the monthly cost comparison for renting versus buying, here's what many people are quite surprised about. In some cases, the monthly cost of owning a modest condo or townhome in Barrie can be similar or even lower. However, the key difference is this. Renting is definitely just a pure expense. A mortgage payment is partly expense and partly for savings. That said, owning only makes sense if you're comfortable handling the monthly payments. You have an emergency fund, and you're not stretching your budget just to get into a house. Being house poor is not a win, even if you technically own it. Renting may be a better choice if you plan to move in the next year to 2 or 3 years down the road. Your income is unstable or changing. You're still paying down high interest rate debt. You're unsure where you want to live long term. You don't have enough saved for the closing costs and down payment. In these cases, renting can actually be financially a much more responsible decision. Buying may make more sense if you plan to stay somewhere in Barrie long term. Your income is stable. You've saved both the down payment and the closing costs. You're comfortable with the ownership responsibilities, and you want long-term stability and control over your housing costs. In these scenarios, buying can be a powerful wealth-building tool, but only when done properly. So the real answer to renting versus buying in Barrie isn't just a one-size-fits-all. It comes down to your timelines, your finances, your lifestyle, and your long-term goals. The smartest move isn't rushing into ownership or staying stuck in renting. It's just having a plan. If this video helped you think more clearly about your options, make sure to like and subscribe and drop your questions in the comments. If you're interested in discussing your options further, I invite you to reach out to me through partridgeproperties.ca and just simply book an appointment. Again, my name is Paul Partridge, and whether you're looking to buy or simply rent, I'd love to help you make the right move.